Here's news from Honda. They've just been awarded 2004's Greenest Auto Manufacturer.
Tonight, this is heroin worth $60 million. We'll tell you how close it was to getting onto the streets.
There was 80 kilos of heroin seized last year, and this is over 115 kilos just in the one seizure.
Why a top lawyer's home has been targeted in a police raid.
We do have mistakes, I suppose. We're not perfect, as they said.
And a woman wrongly deported makes a decision on where she wants to live. Good evening, I'm Deborah Knight. Welcome to 10's Late News. Also tonight, the new Pope makes a major decision, but it remains to be seen how it's accepted. And we'll take a look at the future for digital cameras.
It's 18 millimetres thick. Yeah, so that's kind of, you know, like an old, thinner than a cigarette packet.
But first tonight, a major crime racket has been smashed in one of Australia's largest drug busts. Bags of heroin are now under police guard, along with 4 men and their alleged ringleader.
The sinister cargo of a global Chinese organised crime syndicate intercepted in Adelaide. 105 kilograms of heroin concealed inside shipping containers. It's the result of a year-long operation by federal police and customs, as well as agencies in Belgium, the Netherlands, China and Hong Kong.
The AFP believes it has significantly disrupted a highly sophisticated international drug trafficking syndicate based within Southeast Asia.
The drugs were first shipped from Shenzhen in China on February 10 on board the vessel Jakarta. They arrived in Melbourne 2 weeks later before being sent to Adelaide, their ultimate destination, Sydney. But it was in an Adelaide storage shed that authorities discovered the haul in early March. 399 white plastic boxes containing heroin concealed in the roof space of 2 shipping containers listed to be carrying plastic chairs. Authorities removed the drugs and followed the containers by rail to Sydney and another warehouse on April 19. Not until yesterday did the gang make its move.
2 people were observed trying to enter the concealment and were arrested, and a further 2 people that were seen acting suspiciously outside of the warehouse where the container was were also arrested.
Another 10 kilos of heroin also found in Sydney. 3 of the men faced court today, but the alleged ringleader, a 26-year-old, was arrested in Hong Kong last night. He spent a year in Adelaide on a student visa, all the while allegedly plotting the drug importation. He'll be extradited to Australia. The syndicate is linked to a group caught importing ecstasy from the Netherlands last September. Gerda Yetsikowski, 10 News.
A respected lawyer has been dragged into a cocaine trafficking scandal at Sydney Airport. The QC's mansion has been raided by police, investigating a ring that allegedly imported massive amounts of drugs by sneaking them past customs.
Armed with a warrant, federal police raided this home in upper-scale Greenwich on Monday, part of a coordinated series of raids that broke the cocaine syndicate allegedly headed by 39-year-old Shane Hatfield of Bondi. But this was no ordinary raid. The Greenwich house belongs to prominent Sydney QC, Malcolm Bruin, and his wife, lawyer Wendy Bruin. Their daughter, Virginia Bruin, is Hatfield's girlfriend. It was that relationship which led to the legal couple's home being targeted. Police are investigating whether Hatfield hid $10 million in cash, the alleged proceeds of cocaine dealing, inside the house. There's no suggestion Mr. and Mrs. Bruin had any involvement with the cocaine ring, nor that they knew the money had been hidden there. Malcolm Bruin says he was astonished to hear of the allegations against his daughter's boyfriend. The investigation at Sydney Airport has now led to the standing down of one Qantas baggage handler. The airline says others will follow.
The one we stood down yesterday has to go through certain processes which I'm not able to divulge because it's under the authority of the New South Wales Crime Commission. But I would say that sometime next week we will start standing down other people.
Qantas has come under fire for not subjecting its employees to the same level of X-ray screening as passengers.
You use your card to get in and your card to get out, and no one bothers to look at what you've got in the baggage. I think that's a joke.
Federal police have also confirmed an internal inquiry is underway into whether one of its officers tipped off the drug syndicate, allowing 2 of the major targets to escape. John Hill, 10 News.
A Muslim cleric on a mercy mission to Iraq says his hopeful Australian hostage Douglas Wood will be freed. Sheikh Al-Halali managing to secure support from some influential Iraqis.
Even before he arrived in Baghdad, Sheikh Taj el-Din al-Halali was determined to meet Iraq's influential religious scholars. Now that he has, they've agreed to help him.
I think we feel in them more better, the ulama al-Muslim. The Islamic scholar very support our case. We, inshallah, we send release in today, inshallah.
The religious leaders have promised to issue a statement today calling for Douglas Wood's release. They represent 3,000 mosques and have mediated in the release of other foreign hostages. The Wood family will also take the extraordinary step of releasing a series of newspaper and television ads in Iraq today to appeal to Iraqi citizens to pass on any information they might have. The fate of the Australian engineer remains unknown.